Hi, this video involves, it's a guide explaining how to do the grade 9 solar system project. To start with a short overview, okay? Lesson represents the following outcome of the grade 9 science curriculum. Describe the composition and characteristics of the different components of the solar system, and this project will focus mostly on the terrestrial gas planets and Pluto, where we'll look at the periodicity of comets, asteroids, meteors later on. Okay, number of objectives. Okay, the first one is to get students thinking about the solar system, get familiar with the basic facts and the planets of the sun that make up the solar system. Students will research characteristics in the sun of each of the planets, such as distances, average temperature, number of moons, etc. Students will then work in pairs to produce a short PowerPoint presentation on their planet that they're given. They will work collaboratively as a class after they finish that part to assemble each of the presentations into one larger PowerPoint presentation. Okay, this part of the exercise is meant to give the class experience of working cooperatively in small and in larger groups to tackle a common goal. The second objective, which is a little more involved, is to have students use the information found that they've researched in the first part of the lesson and try to build on that and understand why the planets have the physical characteristics that they do. So, for example, why do the inner planets have rocky crusts and metallic cores, and the outer planets are mostly gases like hydrogen and helium? And then finally, why do scientists say that Pluto is not a planet anymore? Okay, these types of questions will force students to look at information they have researched in an effort to explain the differences that they see in the solar system. Okay, so first part of the system, first part of the exercise, class is going to be divided into 10 groups. Each group will do research on one of the 10 main parts of the solar system: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and all the other major planets. Okay. So each group will become a specialist on their planet, and they will produce a PowerPoint presentations, 3 slides maximum, using the information that they have found. Okay, and then once again, the groups will travel together, will work together to put a larger presentation in place, and then they're going to present that. The whole group will present that to the class. Each smaller group doing their own planet. So this is some of the information that they're going to have to research. They're going to have to find the diameter of their planet, the distance from the sun, the length of day, length of a year, mass, density, major composition of the planet, number of moons, what the atmosphere is made of, and whether it's yes, there is one or no, average temperature, and is it part of the inner terrestrial planets or one of the outer gas planets, and other characteristics, important characteristics that they may find out. Once they've done that and put together the main PowerPoint and presented it, then they're going to go back to the groups again and answer some more questions. So the first question is, scientists have said that Pluto is not considered a planet anymore, but is considered instead to be a dwarf planet. So what are the reasons for this change? Okay, and do you agree with these changes? Second question is, there's an asteroid belt that's found between Mars and Jupiter, and how did the scientists think that this has been formed? And next one is with the composition of planets. There's a huge difference between the composition of the 4 inner planets and the 4 outer planets. And so how did students think that these differences have actually taken place? Okay, this is just a little guide on presentation I put together, sort of a model, so to speak. Okay, so the solar system, there's the sun, there's the main factors of the sun, main facts of the sun. Then we get into Venus. Okay, Venus has a very thick atmosphere. The atmosphere is composed of 96% carbon dioxide, 3.5% nitrogen. Rains on Venus contain sulfuric acid. Sounds like a fun place to visit. Temperature on Venus is the highest of any of the planets in the solar system. The core of Venus is composed of nickel, and the mantle is rocky and a fine crust. And a kind of a neat fact is Venus rotates in the opposite direction that of most of the planets. It rotates from west to east instead of east to west. And there's some more stats. Okay, the size is 0.95 Earth diameters. The distance from the sun is 0.72 units. 1 The Earth to the Sun is considered 1, so it's closer to the Earth. Closer to the Sun rather than the Earth is, rather. Mass is 0.86 that of the Earth, and the average density is around 1. The Earth, some characteristics of the Earth, Mars, characteristics of Mars, and so on. You get the idea. This is just a basic guide to so students can see what to expect, what I expect. And the last thing here is a rubric that they'll be marked using. I'll be marked on content, organization, neatness, and the actual presentation itself. So, for example, content, they'll receive 4 if the information is complete and accurate, 3 if it's mostly complete, but it could include a little more detail, 2 if the information is somewhat complete, but there's important information missing, and 1 if the information is complete and is lacking effort and detail, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. So that basically wraps up how this assignment should be done, and if you have any questions, then you can ask me, Mr. Jollymore. Bye for now.